Okay. Let's see. I got my notification right away. Alright. So we set things up a little bit differently today. We'll see how we like it. I have to remind myself to look there. Until we can figure out a way to put a tripod like right up over the screen, I'm going to have to make sure that I'm talking to the camera, not to the chat. So it's 7 o'clock. Let's see if we get anybody to come in, or maybe not. Let's see. I got my notification. That means everybody else should have got theirs. There's David. Hello. Hello, all. Let's see. David, it might just be you and me tonight. Let's see. Hello, Windsweat.
What?
I'm just waiting. It's like everybody just like, there was nobody here. And then all of a sudden there was somebody here. We got to figure out a way to put a tripod back right there. Because the way that it stands right now, and she's saying we look fuzzy.
Who's saying that?
Becca.
It's because Becca's been drinking.
No.
Oh, what did you do to my chair?
I did nothing to your chair. Your chair's always like that. That's why you need a new chair. Whoa! Your chair's always like that. That's why you need a new chair. Whoa! Okay, so mine's not that fuzzy. So, I don't know. Just looking. Just that I heard that. Andy says, hey.
I know.
Hey, Teresa. Hey, Terry. Hey, Andy. Everybody. Also, did you see Don't Poke the Bears in here? Mm-hmm. Right there. Don't Poke the Bear.
Nice.
Hello, Don't Poke the Bear. We love your channel name. I think that's so cool. Okay.
That same phrase has been uttered around here
so many times.
So many times.
Andy said, it's just because I'm here now. I'm so pretty that it messes with the cameras. Really? A long sleeve shirt?
You know, I'm not speaking to her right now.
Outside. Why?
She's trying to cheat.
Why is she cheating?
Because she's trying to hit me up on Facebook. About, so, are there going to be oils given away tonight?
What oils do I use? What do you mean?
doTERRA.
Oh, I use doTERRA oils.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I use all kinds of oils. Are you talking about brand, or are you talking about... I was listening to my music again. Love hurts. 10W30. I love Tim. Tim's awesome. That's the only kind of oil Tim uses. 2050.
There's Miss Michelle.
Hello. How are them puppies doing, Michelle?
Well, she didn't get any help from you.
Yes, she did.
Miss, I don't answer Facebook messages till I text you.
Michelle, please tell him that you and I were talking for quite a while before he said something and answered you. We had been... I answered her within seconds of her sending it. Ask her. Go ahead, tell him. I want you to tell him.
I don't believe you.
Thanks for the oils help with our mama dog. So far, still 11. Uh-huh. We were already talking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Michelle, he like come across, he's like, have you checked the Big Bear messages? Oh, my, you need to answer her. You need to answer her. I'm like, I know who she is. Relax. When you were nosy and read the messages, see? Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, you really, how do I know she's telling the truth? I mean, you can't trust anybody that doesn't empty out their mailbox.
She did empty out her
Yeah, I
mailbox.
just said that she was told.
Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? We're doing good. How are you, Rock's Corner? Anyway.
So, we got a problem in the house.
Uh-oh, what's the problem in the house? I'm afraid to ask. Can we fix it with an oil?
I don't know, but you got 2 almost teenage girls in there trying to do the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working so good.
Does lemon oil work as well as lemon sassy? You talking about for metabolism? I wouldn't. I mean, the blend is geared towards speeding up your metabolism. Lemon does a bunch of other different things, but by itself. You answered me on Facebook when I needed help with oils when my daughter had her baby in early March. Speaking of which, Windswept, how is that going? Because I know she had some issues. Put them in the shirt. Yep, that's what I'm thinking, Suburban. I think I need to put them in the shirt. I'm just afraid that the shirt will get stained. Let's see. Jason's all clean shaven. He looks hell young.
I'm not clean
like
shaven.
jailbait. Yeah.
I just trimmed it down. It's still there.
No, I love something sassy, but I don't want a waterfall. Wait, I don't want a waterfall with a lemon. I'm confused what she means.
So, before you start your class, is the mean woman in here?
I wear aprons. Who's the mean woman?
Facebook post.
Oh, not yet. She hasn't declared herself here.
Celtic
The Irish Homestead
Homestead! What's
family.
going
What's
on?
up? That is awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I found them the other day.
I saw that you.
And we subscribed. They are awesome, y'all. The Irish Homestead family, and then there's another one. It's like the Irish. I just started watching both of these channels. Anyway, I'll have to look it up. And awesome sauce.
Oh, I couldn't go to the store without. Well, Terry, no offense, but lemon's just as bad. Yeah. Lemon is a diuretic as well. It will make you pee. Nice to see you live.
If I'm not mistaken, and see, this is where I'm gonna show my memory problem. I think the go ahead and let's.
We're just gonna do it.
Stop, go back. I was gonna talk about a video, and you totally messed me up.
I'm sorry.
Messed me up. No, it was the other one that I was thinking about.
I don't know. So they're a new channel.
Yes.
Okay. So very
in
new
Ireland.
channel. Yes,
They're
very
from
new
They're
channel.
from the motherland.
What the heck happened to Jason's face? Nice to see you too, Claire. What does lime oil do in your water? Flavors it.
You put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, and pass it all around. We're only up 3 weeks. Yes. So, anyway.
So, if you guys want to see how they homestead on the other side of the pond, and look, these guys are real, just like us. At least from their videos.
As far as we can tell.
You know, they share their failures. They share their successes. And that's one of the things that I really, really enjoy about their videos. They don't have many up yet, but you can tell it's coming. So if you want to, go on over there, hit those 3 dots.
Go to their channel.
Go to their channel, sub, check out their videos. And if you like them, stay. If not, blame Robin.
Not very nice.
But I think you guys will like them.
Sub to Irish. There you go. Chaos and Grace. That's a new one, isn't it?
That's a new one, too.
Welcome, everybody. Seeing a lot of new faces in here.
A matter of fact, Irish Homestead, I would like to get up with you guys And I want to interview you guys live sometime in like the middle of the week. We'll just pop on live and do a thing with y'all live if you.
Oh, there she is.
And well, I was rudely interrupted. Do an interview with you guys. Let everybody get to know you. And okay, now that it's been brought up, let me go ahead and apologize to all you yarn heads out there. Yarn is not yarn. All yarn is not the same.
It's not all created equally.
All yarn is not created equally. There is good yarn and there's bad yarn.
Yarn heads unite.
Leave my Facebook page alone.
All yarn matters. Yarn lives matter. If y'all didn't catch that, there's this great... Yeah, yarn head's not going to help your case, dude.
Let me explain what happened. Last night in our live stream, and if you missed it, we're going back live every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you missed that live show, you got to go back and watch it. It was a ball. A lot of information was given out. We had a good time with it. Plus, there's a challenge and a way to save money on some traps.
Yes. Now they're double teaming you. That's funny.
We fall from the sky too. We just do it better.
Quietly.
So, last night I made the comment. Robin was saying something about yarn, and it was because we were doing the project.
Right.
We're not going to say what the project is. Make them go back and rewatch it.
Hello, pickers.
And Robin's like, well, I don't know what yarn to use. And I'm like, well, yarn is yarn. Just pick some. That was probably the worst phrase I have ever uttered live. Because, oh my word. I got death threat got
called out on her. Oh, Jason, that is a no-no. Oh my God.
I got threatening text messages, Facebook messages, but the worst one of all.
The best one, in my opinion. And y'all might not have seen it. Because it was just on your timeline.
Right, but I approved it to go on my timeline. Yeah. I learned my lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Was Amanda. Pooper Scooper's wife.
You still call him Pooper Scooper.
She posted on my wall, yarn is yarn. Question mark, explanation point. Question mark, explanation point. Question mark, explanation point. Okay, roger that, soldier. ... Noted.
Copy that.
Message received.
I make yarn. Yarn is not just yarn. They are all different. Yarn lives matter.
So, I apologize for offending all of you yarn folks.
Now that we got that out of the way. Your public retraction.
Mm-hmm. Stop with the threatening email. Stop with the death threat text messages.
I know. Jason is so outnumbered by women in here.
Well, I mean, y'all even sent Robin some stupid... Well, they weren't stupid. Okay. Sent Robin crochet patterns on how to put crochet covers on my tools. I mean, really?
Then he'll realize the difference in yarns, because when you grab one that's nothing but acrylic and be like, ah.
You're under the impression. Oh.
This is my yarn. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yeah, so now just put your fingerprint on my glasses.
Yeah. LOL, I can send you some. Alright, so anyway. Now, says the man with the crochet Viking eye. Yeah, exactly.
The Irish homestead has not seen this, and they will appreciate it.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh.
And then we're going to do essential oils, I promise. There you go.
Yeah. Y'all are talking about my baby face. Well, here.
Not so baby face now.
This was made to me by
Amanda. And see, this is acrylic.
Well, let me tell you something. Here's
Scratchy?
the thing. Yeah, it's scratchy.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say if she is
No. No. Now
she could have made it out of the soft
Okay,
yarn.
now take that off for a second.
I'm making my point.
No, we're making your point. Jason's Viking hat makes Doug's Viking hat look like a not a Viking hat. Oh my God, your handsome score just went up. Where can we get one? Talk to Amanda. Amanda, get in touch with Irish Homestead Family. She made Jason's and it was absolutely wonderful. It's very, 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 very cool. Okay, so now that you have that acrylic, feel this one. Feel this one. Feel this one.
Mm-hmm.
Softer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Liar. It's softer. Anyway. Okay, so let's talk essential oils. I am burning up. It is like 80 million degrees in here.
Can I have my rag since you put your nasty thumbprint all over my glasses, please?
That's pretty nasty anyway. Okay. I haven't seen Kitty in here. Have you seen Kitty? Here, Kitty.
No, but we got Suburban.
Yes, I love Suburban. Suburban's awesome. Suburban, we're planning on coming up to Atlanta next weekend, I think. As long as the weather goes well. Maybe we can hook up with you and go to the DeKalb Farmers Market.
Maybe.
Might be fun.
We might have to do a live show via the phone.
Yes,
too.
on Saturday because we're going to try.
I don't think next Saturday is going to work though.
Saturday morning, afternoon, something. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, so we're hoping to be able to shear our sheep this week if the weather's right.
Gonna try and do a video on it too.
And then if that's the case, then we're gonna try and meet up with Dana Sullivan in Atlanta to hand off the fiber so that she can spin it.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. It's the first year we're going to be shearing the sheep 100% on our own. Usually we have a sheep shearer here.
Right. Last year we bought the equipment.
He usually does it, talks us through it. This year we're doing it all on our own. So we're probably going to put a video out. And we know we're going to do some stuff wrong.
But be nice. Just like y'all were nice with the rendering fat one. Y'all been awesome.
Y'all been helping out great with the rendering fat one.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the weather like here? Hot.
It is currently, what is it right now? 73 degrees. The low is going to be in the 50s.
No, that's Fahrenheit, so that's what in Celsius?
I have no idea, and I'm not going to convert it.
I think it's like,
He's saying 78 where they are. We're up a little bit towards the foothills of the mountains, so we tend to be a little bit cooler. Palmetto's a little bit further to the east and then a little south of us. It's freezing there. Whew. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about oils. We've already spent 20 minutes catching up.
And when catching up,
Which is
there's
always
an
nice.
apology.
It's about 75 in Alabama. Yeah. Ooh, 24. Yikes.
No, that's what it...
25.5 Celsius. Oh, 24. Gotcha. Celsius. Got it.
We're getting ready to plant. We should have planted today, but we were doing our best since we got a little bit of rain. We wanted to bust up the ground where the
raspberries and
blackberries are going to go. And let me ask y'all this. Welcome to Elberton, stinking Georgia.
It's horrible.
2 inches. We started hitting concrete. We had to dig all that up.
And gravel.
And gravel.
Apparently, at some point, they had a chicken
But see, that doesn't make any
something.
sense. It wouldn't fit there. Not with the
I don't
grapes,
know.
the established the way that they are, and there's some of those trees that we took out. They have been there too long.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hi, all. My temperature is minus 22. Freeze my donkey off with her. She's up in Canada, I believe. Karina, is that right? I think. Yeah, there's Amanda's email address. Oh, no sexy beard. Give him like a week. It'll grow back. It grows back very, very, very fast. And y'all can't see it, but there is a little bit there. It just takes it a minute for it to darken. It's all that gray.
This is how divorce happens.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to talk about Spikenard. Alberta, yeah. I thought she was in Canada.
So, Spikenard. That's when a group of nerds are playing volleyball.
It's actually like Spikenard, like.
Are playing volleyball,
Both
and
bands
one
got
of them
nerds.
actually jumps up high enough
Yes.
to be able to spike the volleyball.
That's it.
That's Spikenard.
Yes, just for men. No, just the rest of it comes in.
Thank you, Shay.
It's actually like Spikenard.
Like gnarly dude?
No. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got
nards. That's not Revenge of the Nerds. That's
Wolfman's got
Monster.
nards? That's
Yeah,
Monster
Monster Squad. Yeah, Monster Squad.
I was a good daddy,
Mhm.
and I introduced my children to some real movies.
Mhm.
Goonies, Monster Squad, Back to the Future,
Mhm.
all those.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
As soon as I said Spikenard, my daughters were like, "Wolfman's got nards."
and you know what's so funny about that?
What?
That line in that movie,
Oh, the other thing.
when we were kids, that was the only line we remembered out of that movie too.
Yeah.
Wolfman's got
nards. All right. So, Spikenard is, you can only use it aromatic and topically. Cannot ingest this one.
No taste test for me?
No taste test. Topically, you can use it neat, which means that you don't have to dilute it. But if you have sensitive skin, obviously, might want to do that. Now, another thing, I would recommend diluting this oil because it is super thick. It kind of is like vetiver. Anybody that is familiar with vetiver is very thick. Sometimes I even have to take the orifice reducer, which is that little plastic thing that's in the bottle. That little plastic part right there. I usually have to take that out to be able to use vetiver because it's so thick. Yeah, we live on vetiver too. Hey, Mark. And
Kitty's
so
here.
thick is an understatement. Yeah, it is super, super, super thick. So Spikenard is similar to that. It's fairly thick in consistency. That's why I say it might not be a bad idea to dilute it because then it might help spread it around a little bit better, get a little bit more coverage area. But it's not necessary because of its properties if you don't need, if you don't want to. But I would recommend doing it just because of how thick it is to help it spread it out better. As far as contraindications and precautions go, don't really see much of anything as far as it interacting with any medications or anything like that. As far as how it's done, oh, that's a good idea. So Michelle says, I ordered droppers and I use them on our vetiver. That would make sense. That might help. And I'll tell you, we use valerian root, and it can be pretty thick too. If you use if the oil, but when we use the tincture, then it's a lot easier to come out because of the vodka. It's a lot better. So Palmetto says, just grab one. All oils are the same. I love Palmetto. He's awesome. Okay, so as far as how this one is done, this is that stuff smells like PP's feet. What
Top
do you
drawer.
Huh?
Top drawer, hand it to me.
Hold up. Chop, 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 chop. Okay. Yeah. Valerian smells horrible. It smells like dirty gym socks. Try ingesting it. It's even worse. Anyway. Alright, so it's steam distilled from the roots. So this plant, it's a flowering plant, and it's in the same family as the valerian. It's in the valerian family. It grows in Nepal, China, and India. The plant grows about 3 feet in height. It has pink bell-shaped flowers, and hairy spikes grow. I don't know what he's calling. Something going after a duck is what it looked like. We'll find out if he killed it in just a second. Okay, so, oh, that doesn't sound good. The bad part, the bad part is he was shooting out in the pond, so I'm not sure what he was shooting at. I always miss the fun stuff. Okay, so this plant, or it's a plant. It grows about 3 feet in height. It has pink bell-shaped flowers, and it also has hairy spikes that shoot out of the root. It's found at 10,000 feet high up in Nepal in the Himalayas, which is pretty cool. Palmetto, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't see that. As far as the aroma goes, it's heavy, sweet, and woody, and also has a little bit of a spicy smell to it. Kind of resembles the smell of moss. So if you remember what I normally tell you, any oil that smells like dirt or smells like ground or earth, those are the oils that are going to be good for relaxation. So it follows suit that's what this. What were you shooting at?
Moccasin.
Oh, what a moccasin. You got all kinds of rips and roars about shooting 11 shots.
I'm a big ass snake.
Palmetto said if you'd been in the army, it had only taken 3.
Mm-hmm. Anytime he wants to come and try to shoot these snakes out of my pond.
And then Suburban said a woman would have only taken 1.
Yeah. Keep talking.
11 or 13. Did you empty it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably 13. All right, so.
If he would have been listening, he would have known that.
Somebody said 11. I think I read 11. I don't know. No, that was Teresa. Teresa said 11, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's talk about. I've reloaded after it died and kept shooting.
That's why I kept shooting.
So it wasn't that you missed it. It was that you just wanted to keep shooting the damn thing.
Yeah, now he's in 2 parts. One part's floating this way and the other one's floating this way. I'm reloading so I can go shoot both parts again.
As if it's going to regenerate itself and turn into
You never know with the GMOs around here.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's talk history, because normally I like to try. There you go. That's my girl right there. Just throw a teddy bear at it and let Robin loose. I only need 1 shot. Kick it right in the nuts.
Oh, my first shot, he rolled.
Mm-hmm. Could be a Decepticon.
He kept moving, so. Like Ice-T said, I'm just gonna keep shooting until the clip is empty. And the magazine is empty.
Another possum incident?
No.
No. Okay.
That was weird.
What?
That whole incident with that possum.
What?
I shot it in the face. It had blood coming down its face.
And it still came after
And
me.
it
That's
got
right,
up
over here.
and came
I
after
forgot
me.
about that. Just tell all these women that it said all yarn was the same.
I know, right?
All of a sudden, my pond would have been filled with lead. Okay, so let's talk history. It's mentioned in the Bible. Pretty cool. Nard in Hebrew, at least what I read, is that
Stop squeezing until the threat is no longer a threat.
That means light in Hebrew. Mary, the sister of Lazarus, anoints Jesus' feet with it in the Bible.
This is what is left of the box of ammo that I had in my truck.
Oh, in your truck. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay. So, and in the Bible, there's actually a question of her using this expensive oil on Jesus' feet and anointing his feet when it could have been used to feed the poor and so on and so forth. It was a luxury in ancient Egypt, very expensive oil. It was used to perfume the body of Patroclus by Achilles in the 18th book of the Iliad. So the Iliad and the Odyssey. In the Iliad, the 18th book, Achilles uses this oil to anoint or to perfume the body of Patroclus. Is the name of the character. It's also was used to season food in medieval European cuisine. It was part of a spice blend used to flavor Hippocras, which was a spiced wine drink. It was also an ingredient for a strong beer called Stingo in the 17th century. What are you doing?
I'm just chilling.
No, you need to sit up.
I can't.
You sit up just fine when you get punched. Don't fall asleep, Jason. Okay, so one of the let me finish this. In the Catholic Church, Hispanic iconographic tradition has Spikenard represent Saint Joseph. And the Vatican says that the coat of arms of Pope Francis also includes Spikenard, which is pretty cool. And one other thing, it's mentioned in Dante Alighieri's book, The Inferno, which is pretty cool. So it definitely there's a lot of references to this oil.
We put this back in the case for if the girls come out, they don't touch it.
As far as properties go, let's talk about properties.
Well, our property is 21 acres.
No.
Now, I would like...
property.
What?
Yeah, Dante hell.
Now, the property next door
Stop.
has the one with the beaver.
What you doing? Because I'm about to ruin. Yuck, you're gross. Okay, now, one of the things that I bring up every once in a while with doTERRA specifically is they have something called co-impact sourcing.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
That is where they go into these towns and cities that produce these oils.
Shut your mouth.
And they find, like when they're in areas that are not necessarily third world, but subsistent, they will go in and help build up the areas. They'll offer education to the children, especially young girls. In a lot of these cultures, the young girls help a lot with processing all of the plants and the roots and stuff, like especially like frankincense and things like that. doTERRA's actually gone in and helped get everybody set up, and they pay everybody a stipend rather than just for their harvest, which keeps them working throughout the year, whether it be to take care of the plants, water the plants, prune plants, whatever they need to do to ensure that there's going to be a good harvest. But also they've gone in and built schools, and they basically require that the girls go to the schools as well, not just the boys. which is pretty cool.
The buffering has to be on y'all's end. We are all good here, so maybe try to refresh.
Uh-oh, who's blowing you up?
Oh, tardy Josh.
Helping Hands, yes. So Helping Hands program.
Mister, I don't want to show up because of Easter dinner.
So
like eating ham is more important.
So in Nepal, they go in. doTERRA goes in and helps the communities and all of the farmers and stuff in there as well. Helps them to build up their areas too. So I think that's pretty cool. So this is one of those oils that they do a lot of the co-impact sourcing with, which is pretty neat. As far as properties go, this one has a ton of properties. It's antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It's a deodorant. It's a laxative, a sedative. It's a uterine. It's antispasmodic, and it's also tonic. So let's talk about some of these different things. What are the uses for this oil? What can we use it for? Does anybody have any questions before I get started on uses? Let's see. Hello, Anita. Glad you could make it. Okay, I can use it to help with. Yes, so that's one thing. Terry and I have been working together to try and find some oils that can help with her epilepsy, with her seizures. And this is one of those oils that she can use that's supposed to help with seizures. So she's going to try it and see how it works. Okay, since we don't have any questions, because I don't think my delay is pretty bad right now. Let's talk about antifungal. This oil helps fight bacteria as well as fungus or fungi. As far as outside on the skin, it helps to heal wounds, helps to facilitate healing of skin issues, aging skin, that kind of thing. Inside the body, it helps treat infection in things like the kidneys, urinary tract, the bladder. It can also treat toe fungus, athlete's foot, tetanus, cholera, and it also can help with food poisoning. So that's, it kind of helps with all of those things. As far as the antifungal properties go, it helps promote skin health. It can help with itching and also dermatitis. So this is definitely one of those. Now, in a situation where there's some dermatitis or something like that, I would definitely dilute this. Remember, essential oils do take, the essence of the plant and concentrate it. And even more so with doTERRA, some of these that are high quality oil, you definitely want to make sure that...
Did you know about this?
About the onion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to share something. I want to interrupt your class and share something.
Go ahead, share something.
A long time ago, well, we've always done it with pineapples.
Mm-hmm.
The girls have been growing up doing it.
Oh, it is so strong.
With pineapples.
Whew.
So now I think that they are trying everything that, because they watched that one video where you can do it with celery.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other thing they've done it with?
Garlic.
Garlic.
They've done it with garlic.
But they are now taking, every time that they cut up like an onion or celery or lettuce, and if you cut the end off and then submerge it in water with the celery and lettuce, it will sprout and start again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it works with onions too, because they started to sprout some onions.
There's no root or anything coming out of it though.
But, well, yeah, that. See those little things right there?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
So,
anyway, pretty cool.
We're going to plant it in a container and see what it does. If nothing else, we got chives.
I was just going to say, if nothing else, you might get some chives out of it. So that's pretty neat. So. Oh, well. Yeah. Very cool. We have definitely...
So that's proof. If you teach it, they will learn.
Right.
And then
they
they
soak
will.
that. It works with pretty much anything you can think of, especially if you have root growth hormone. You can do romaine lettuce and onions and celery that way. I do it all the time. Perfect. Then that's what we'll start doing.
Well, then we're going to stick that in the ground.
And you know what's crazy? I hope you know what?
What? Chicken butt. Chicken butt?
We've been cutting the tops and bottoms off of onions and putting them in the compost. I hope you... Oops. You might want to go sift through the compost. Well, no, you've been covering them so it's not getting any light. So, yeah.
Because I'm MC Light.
Go get us some more tea.
What?
Please.
What?
Tea.
What?
My tea's empty, see? Can't do that. It's also a good use for them. Yeah, I usually take the tops and bottoms, cut them off, and I toss them in the compost. But we may take the tops and start planting them. So, yeah, it's all being recycled into what eventually, yeah. And that's true. That's what we try to, do everything we can. TJ's Woodworking Shop. Hello. Hello there. Okay. So, Spikenard is good for the skin. Definitely helps with aging skin, scar, or wounds. Help to, and the really cool thing about this, if you think about it, with it being antibacterial, the other really cool thing is that while it's helping a wound to heal, it's keeping it from getting septic or getting any kind of an infection. So that's pretty cool too. Is it expensive? Kind of, yeah. It's pretty high up there. It is a 5 milliliter bottle, so it's pretty small. And the 5 milliliter bottle retails for like $66. So it's pretty pricey. Some people, I think this is the one that people call the poor man's frankincense, but in my opinion, frankincense is cheaper because you can get frankincense. You can get a 15 milliliter bottle of frankincense for about $100. If you buy it wholesale, you can get it for a little bit cheaper than that. So it just kind of depends. That's why I'm pretty thankful that we're where we are with doTERRA, because with the way that we do everything, we're able to earn points back, and then I'm able to put those points towards purchases. So like I've ordered Spikenard and I didn't have to pay for it. I've been accumulating points, so I don't have to worry about how expensive it is, because I'm gonna be able to essentially get it for free. So I'm excited about it coming. I'm really excited to try it out. But again, it's gonna have to be one of those that I use sparingly because it's only a 5 milliliter bottle. But if you dilute it, then I'm sure a little bit will go a long way. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing, and this is another reason why I'm excited to use this. This helps to relieve inflammation. Blaze just had his car accident a couple of weeks ago. I hate when he does that.
That's just mixing it. She's going to bring it out.
He's had a lot of issues with some inflammation, and also Jason as well. So I'm looking forward to being able to use this to see if it helps with
workshop in the house.
With inflammation as well. So it'll add more options to our
Spikenard?
This is one that's good for anti-inflammatory.
You're not using it all, please.
I will.
He needs to feel every ounce of pain. Ain't nobody putting oils on my truck right now.
Probably. When it's getting crushed, it's probably getting some transmission.
Hey.
Is it in deep blue? I don't think so. Let's look. I don't think so. It might be. I don't really pay too much attention to what stuff is in what. It is really hot in here. Like super hot. Let's look.
We need to borrow some of that 20-some degrees from the Irish Family Homestead.
No, Karina. We need to do that one. I'm sure your truck is still leaking oil as we speak. That's what I was thinking.
Bad thing is, if both batteries would have been connected, that truck would have started right up.
No, it does not have a Spikenard in it. Deep Blue has wintergreen, which we use a lot, camphor, peppermint, lang-lang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. So, no, it does not. Can we borrow some of your heat?
Hey, you send us the cold, we'll send you the heat.
Yeah. Now, you want to talk about expensive. Blue tansy, holy cow.
Because
that one and Melissa oil, those are both really, really expensive. Really?
This is all going to be gone next week.
Mm-hmm.
I start that crazy diet next week.
Mm-hmm. Starting and run again are two different things.
I'm going to punch you.
Hmm.
This is Guinness right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Is that my tea? Please tell me that's my tea. Oh, it's my tea. I need ice too, though.
My God, I'm somebody a woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here. Put the jug right here. Take the plate. Put it on. Okay.
Love the cold, guys in Florida. I love the cold. Guys in Florida, too hot for me. I got a rum. I've got a rum, baby. Okay. Claire, we're glad you're back. Alright, so as far as relieving inflammation, one other thing to keep in mind is that inflammation is the root of a lot of diseases.
And
so
all
like,
evil.
So like Crohn's disease, arthritis, even asthma, some cancers, cardiovascular issues, all of those, you know, are
Kidney issues.
are a product of inflammation. So this is a good oil to.
That's what I said. I was gonna go smash it outside.
What? You wanted ice.
I'm not.
You know, I try to do for you. I really do. I baby you.
Wow, Kitty said it's gonna snow there tomorrow.
Stop.
I'll find out.
Go.
Just kill him now. I know, right? I just want to kill him. Okay.
I'm trying to fix you.
I know.
I know,
right?
you're trying to help me out. I appreciate it.
I'm doing things for you.
So this is Terry said just have Jason break the ice on his hard head. We do have a mini fridge. That's where the ice came from. Can you please stop?
I need ice now too. You're not
It's
the only one
really
that's allowed to have.
loud. Please stop. Yeah, we have a fridge back behind here.
It's not that loud. It's not
Cold
like
smell.
I went, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
That's enough of that. All right. Hopefully we're out of the frost and the freezing. I haven't seen any freezing predicted weather for the next 15 days. So I'm excited.
They're not free.
I know, right? See, the ice is just as loud as your announcement. It would be quieter if you took it outside and shot it. Yeah, when you shot, everybody's like, whoa! Okay. So.
What? Most of them know that's just another day on the Big Bear Homestead.
Mm-hmm. There should be one more frost when the blackberries bloom. You know, Michelle, I keep thinking that, but I really don't see any. And I mean, through the middle of April, we're still not
It'll frost.
predicting
The
it.
moment we plant them,
So.
take the plastic off.
Mm-hmm. And that's always the way it
It'll
works.
come straight from Ireland.
I'm just glad that our peaches are already starting, like the blossoms.
Millions
Last year,
of
what
peaches.
happened is we had the
Peaches
frost.
for me. Millions of peaches.
I'm gonna backhand
Peaches for
you.
you free.
See, you know I'll do it. All right. So, let's see. Also,
So good. So good.
Spikenard is a stimulant, in that it'll stimulate the immune system, so it's like a booster for your immune system. Hey, Karen.
Karen, give us 25 push-ups for being tardy.
Also, it's hypotensive, so it helps lower blood pressure. So one thing I would say, you know, just because I said there aren't any contraindications or precautions with this, if you're taking medication to lower your blood pressure, definitely keep an eye on your blood pressure when you're using this oil, because it will help to lower your blood pressure, because it dilates the arteries and it helps reduce oxidative stress. So you definitely, he means push pops. So if you're taking anything to lower your blood pressure, be careful with this oil, using it as well, because it can, you know, intensify the purpose of that medication. Another thing is it helps relax mind and body stress and tension. I need some of it right now because I'm gonna kill him, y'all. I swear he's gonna die.
Time for a cute koala bear break.
Jason.
Mm.
Jason.
I'm gonna sit down. You did this to me.
I never.
You just
do
never go to this
you.
level, but you still do this to me.
I
What
don't.
did the Irish farmer say? It's nearly 1 a.m. here.
And I think our little girl Summer might finally go to sleep, so I'll say good night. Good night. Thanks for dropping by.
Thanks for coming by, Irish family, and shoot us a message via YouTube or send me an email at bigbearfarms@hotmail.com so we can hook up.
Claire says, does it do anything for a husband's ADD? I don't know. We're about to find out. Probably not much more than a swift kick in the butt. Okay.
In your John Hine parts.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. Also, this is one that palmettos should not use.
Why?
Because it promotes
Thick thinking?
hair growth. And that man is already covered in hair. He's got, although he cut his hair, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking it was a roo, not a koala. I don't know what it was. I wasn't paying attention. It promotes hair growth. It helps with retaining hair. And also hair color.
So Josh needs this one.
Josh, it's not quite back to my shoulders yet. Okay. It also slows down the process of graying. So it helps people
Why don't you
retain.
look over here? Hey. Excuse me. Why did you look over here?
just having a conversation with
No.
you.
You said graying and you did this. What the crap?
See, Jason can put it on his beard.
She gonna get time out.
Oh, Clary Sage decided to come say hi to us.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Clary. You're wearing bifocals now.
Wow.
I have a very proud gray hair in my eyebrow.
Kiwi's been with us for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I never thought she'd stab me like that.
Jason needs some Clary calm these days.
Does it bring your truck back? You know, I mean, we were watching we were sitting down.
No, we were watching
Star Wars.
Star Wars. Which one?
It was Empire Strikes Back. You're seriously going to try to debate which Star Wars we were watching?
Yeah, it was because it wasn't the new.
And
well, I get them mixed up because we were watching Anakin and them earlier.
You don't even know who Yoda is.
Whatever. Really?
Who's Yoda?
He's the little green dude. I know who he is. He's a Jedi master. It can help bring your sanity back.
I think
no, not Star Trek, Star Wars. I know.
I
Star
think
Wars.
that maybe Blaze and I just need to have a lightsaber fight.
What I was talking about was when we were sitting there. You know how, like, was it Mystery Science Theater, Science Mystery, whatever that one was, where they used to do, like, the commentaries to the, like, they would show the movie and there'd be, like, the commentaries in the back. And, we were all sitting there, the girls, and Jason and I were watching, and Blaze was in the dining room eating his dinner. And, we started talking, and Jason's like, that's what we need to do. Blaze and I just need to have an all-out sword fight. And he started going back and forth about it. And then the girls and I started, like, captioning the movie because it was the fight between Darth Vader and Luke. And they were going back and forth. And it was like, you killed my truck. They're going back and forth. It was funny. It was like, we were having a lot of fun with it. Jason's like, it's not funny. It's funny. Anyway, okay. Now, another really cool application of this oil is it relieves insomnia. So, if you have issues with insomnia, and one of the reasons why is, like I said before, it reduces tension and stress. So, a lot of times people have a hard time going to sleep because there's tension and stress going on, and this helps to do that. Now, one thing I will say, it is from the valerian family, so be very careful at first when you use this oil and make sure it doesn't make you sleepy or drowsy, because some people, the effects might be more intense than others. So definitely be careful with this because it is a sedative as far as being able to kind of, you know, calm and chill you out. Yeah, paintball or boxing. Paintball would be good.
I would shoot him in the face. I would get a saw paintball gun and just
light him up.
Light it up, light it up.
Anyway. Okay, Trophy Husband says he will dog sit or go with me to the cab on Saturday as long as the dogs are okay. We might have to do that. But it would probably be Saturday morning because we've got plans Saturday evening. So, especially for a highly trained dad visiting his teenage son. I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. I think it would be fun just to watch. Okay, so another thing this is good for is it helps to relieve constipation. And it is a natural laxative. It will also help with ulcers.
You know, they do have paintball claymores. I could just set him up in his room so when he wakes up...
No, because then we'd have to clean that.
I will clean it.
You won't.
No, I'll make him clean it.
Exactly. He'll never clean it. Wish they would have had paintball when Dad and brother needed it. So I'm going to poop my pants, but I'll be very calm about it. Yes, exactly. You won't give a crap. I mean...
Is that the one that the oil that you put on and then you're running through the house going, not a fart,
not a fart.
Is that what that is? 'Cause now our daughters are doing it too.
My kids refuse to play paintball with me. They say I don't play fair. It will give extra crap. It's a laxative. That's exactly right. Okay.
I guess this oil knows his poop.
So another thing is this oil is really good for women. Out of pie corner. This oil helps to protect the uterus and ovaries. It stimulates progesterone and estrogen, so this is really good for women, menopause, even younger women. It helps to reduce the pain of menses and also to keep it going. So if you've got issues with that, it can help with that.
So I have a question, and it's kind
Hold on. It also It also helps help with the inflammation of the uterus too, so that's good. Okay, go ahead.
Every one of these oils, you keep talking about how it helps women on their cycle.
Mm-hmm. I swear, if the next sentence is, why don't you own all of these oils and why don't you use them, I'm going to punch you in the ding-ding.
No.
Okay.
You've never come out with an oil that helps a man dealing with a woman on her cycle. Or is that just alcohol?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tincture. That's not an oil. That's a Crown Royal tincture. Help with hot flashes. It might help as far as helping equal out hormones, but as far as the actual hot flashes, your best bet's Clary Calm, peppermint, something like that. Peppermint really is nice because it helps you cool off. We use that one a lot, don't we? You always have to remind me. You're like, just use the peppermint. Jason, shut up. Or call Trophy Husband with the answer. It's called moonshine, Mr. Jason.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's true.
Well, there is an oil for that, but it's only legal in Western states. Okay. Now, we were talking about kid funk earlier. This is another one that helps eliminate odors. So if you have teenage funk or pre-teenage funk, this is definitely a good one for that because of that grounding. And it's also antibacterial, so it kills a lot of those bacteria that cause, stuff to stink pretty bad. So, all right, Rock's Corner. Yeah, apple pie moonshine. I've heard of that. We haven't had apple pie. We've had, I don't remember what that one is that they let me try.
Muscadine.
No, it was the one at the party that we went to. They had some, I don't remember what the flavor was. I use soap that has peppermint EO in it. When I'm having lady troubles, I get really nauseous. It helps a lot. Yes, so peppermint's really good for soothing a stomach as well. That's why they serve peppermints at restaurants, because it helps with indigestion and nausea and all that stuff. So
upset stomach, diarrhea.
So many oils that help with my issues, but I got scary low blood pressure. Yeah. Suburban, real quick, how is the Clary Calm working with that though? So I'm wondering how that's working with your blood pressure. Let's see, there's a moonshine place. And yeah, there is a moonshine place in Anderson. We met one of the guys that helps with the tours that they run when we were in Anderson for St. Patrick's Day. He was wearing a kilt.
He was very friendly.
Mm-hmm. I think he was. I think he liked you. I think he kind of.
I know that them biker dudes really liked him now.
Anyway, okay, Georgia Moonshine Punch is delicious. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's see. Yeah, oh dear, it was pretty funny. I use it when I'm having a really bad day. Don't check blood pressure because then I don't care. I gotcha. Makes sense. Alright. So, also this helps with nausea and indigestion. That's true. Who wouldn't with that baby face? I know, that's the thing. But he was in full man mode though that night. It's kind of weird. But it's okay. I think you're good looking, so I can only imagine what everybody else thinks. This is also good, like we were talking about, anti-inflammatory. It's also antispasmodic, so it's really helps with muscle spasms, any kind of spasming, as well. And like I had said before, this is good for seizures. So for like epilepsy, this is a good one.
You know what else is good for seizures?
To use what?
Brute.
Oh God, you're killing
Knocks
me.
it right out.
You're killing me right in the back.
Right in the back.
fibro. Yeah, I would think it would help with fibro. I would think it might be a good one to try with fibro. It also helps with rashes. I can't shave my beard for religious reasons. I can't stand a mustache. How long is that? That beard's got to be pretty long by now. Unless he's trimmed it up a little bit. That seems like the last time we saw him, it was pretty long. I'm hot. I'm dying. Is it really hot in here, or is it just kind of hot?
It's kind of cooled off now.
Dadgummit. Burning up. Anyway, okay. I've pulled a few 8-inch hairs out of it. Holy cow. Who's been messaging you?
Just wondering if that's his definition of 8 inches or his wife's definition. He started it.
Jason, family friendly, please.
Left the room a long time ago.
So, okay. So it's also an anti-allergenic. It with the tape measure, Jason. Let's see what else. Antiseptic. Like I said, it's antibacterial. It helps with circulatory health. So, like we were talking about with it being hypotensive. This helps promote circulatory health, your circulatory system, so that's good.
Speaking of circulatory, let me go see what these motards are doing.
So that's pretty much everything that I've got. Another good... What?
Duck, goose.
Oh, yeah, it is duck, goose. Look at that. A couple of things to keep in mind. It blends really good with things like clary sage, clove, cypress, frankincense, geranium, juniper, lavender, lemon, myrrh. I mean, there's a lot of different ones. Also patchouli, vetiver. The only thing, though, that I say, if you're adding this oil to another oil that helps you to relax, be very careful that you don't knock yourself out. I think I've told the story before. I had a wasp sting me one time while we were on air. Jason was doing one of his gardening or trapping shows, and I had one of the wasps came down and it stung me, and I think it was on my hand if I remember correctly, and it swelled up really quick, and so I put Roman chamomile and lavender on it together, and wasn't thinking about the fact that both of them, even though they're both really good for allergic reactions, but also to help with swelling, they're also both sedatives. And before I knew it, I was sitting on the couch. The next thing I knew, I woke up and I was like, holy crap, I knocked myself out. So be very careful with these. If you have one that is a sedative and you compound it with another, so like lavender, vetiver, something like that, you got to be really careful. Hey, Josh. So if you, and even with any of the other properties, if you're taking one and you're adding another that also has those same properties, be very careful. Yeah, clarycoma. Yeah, that's another one. So, like, clarycom, it has Roman chamomile and lavender in it, I think, as well. And if you're not careful, if you put too much of the clarycom on, and not everybody has the same reaction, but if you put too much on, it will definitely put you to the point where you want to go to sleep. And then even more so, if you haven't been sleeping, you have to be really careful because, it'll definitely, it is no joke. What you need, baby?
I need the aloe, and I came out here to wreck your live stream.
Wreck my live stream? Well, you'd have to work really hard for that.
Okay. Where's your webcam?
That's right there.
Okay.
We moved it. Get your hand out of there. Okay, any questions? Yeah, so with Suburban, I reached out to her and I asked, if she'd like to try the Clary Calm, and she had said that she was getting ready to order it anyway, so she went ahead and ordered it, and it was right, she got it the weekend that we were doing the conference last year, and I was actually in Walmart picking up some things for the conference, and we were messaging back and forth, and she had taken the Clary Calm, and when I tell people to put stuff on, I'll say put it on your wrists and then put it behind your ears. Well, I think she was having a rough time, and so she put it on each wrist, put a dab on each wrist. Correct me if I'm wrong, Suburban, but I think this is the way she put it on both wrists and behind both ears. So with the rollerball, put it behind both ears and on both wrists, and she lathered herself up with it, and she was talking to me, and she's like, my eyes, I can't keep them away, I can't keep them open. And I was like, you need to just stop fighting it and go to sleep, because it's gonna knock you out. So, and I didn't hear from her for a while, so I think she got a pretty good nap out of it. So when I tell people to use Clary Calm, I tell them to take the rollerball and dab it on one wrist. Dab it on one wrist. Close the bottle. Then rub your wrists together, and then take your wrists and put them behind your ears. One drop. That's all you need. Obviously, some people will react differently than others. If one drop doesn't work, try two, but be very, 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 very careful. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. When you've got an oil that has sedative properties, be careful using it. Yeah, she says she just touched the rollerball to those spots. So she just barely put the rollerball on each spot, and it knocked her, almost knocked her out. Well, I think it did knock her out. And Suburban, I agree with you on that. Sometimes just smelling it, because it's a very powerful smell, sometimes just smelling it is enough to kind of calm you down. I live and die by that thing. And if you have teenage daughters or preteen daughters, this is an investment in your sanity. I have a daughter right now that is definitely in that preteen, tween stage, and her hormones are doing like this. And there are times where she's happy-go-lucky, and then 2 seconds later, she is on the warpath. And after a while, I'll be like, you need to go get the Clary Calm. And she'll take a little bit of Clary Calm, and it's like a switch. A light switch. She just immediately goes back to being level again. Josh, that's a good point. That is another one that we have used a lot, and I haven't talked about it a lot in a while. There is a rollerball. There's two. There's a rollerball, but there's also a bottle of Peace. But we use the rollerball. I don't know about you, Josh. You may use just the bottle. But they make it in a touch form where it's already pre-diluted and in a rollerball. And it makes it great because you can put it in your purse, put it in your pocket, put it in your dash, whatever. And it's very easy and accessible. And that one helps a lot with anxiety and things of that nature. It just kind of helps level you out. So that's another one to look into. And like Suburban says, for her, Peace isn't as strong as Clary Calm. But I use Peace a lot on Jason. Because I think it has vetiver and frankincense. It has some of the stuff in it that we would use for Jason to kind of level him out anyway. So it's a very good one for that. But as far as female hormone issues, if you've got a preteen daughter, this oil is definitely one to keep in your cabinet, because I'm telling you, it may be a little bit more expensive than a candy bar, but it's much better for them. That's all I can say. So, anybody have any other questions? Anybody have any requests for an oil for next week? Clary Calm, not to knock them out, but to help them out. CBD, you know, I talked about Copaiba and CBD a couple months ago. I did a pretty good PMS EO. That was, the Clary Calm is that. Blue Tansy. Does Spikenard come in a roll-on? No, it does not. Now, that's not to say that you couldn't get the Spikenard and buy a small, they now have, I'm pretty sure, they have the little, it's basically an orifice reducer, but it's the rollerball insert that you can take the orifice reducer out and put it in there. But remember, Spikenard is extremely thick. So it might be one of those where you would put the Spikenard into another bottle that has the rollerball and then dilute it so that you could, you know, so it would go through the rollerball. We do balance and peace and rollerballs for our girls. Yeah, I mean, those are good for normalizing, you know, the average stuff. I think I like the Clary Calm because it has the Clary Sage in it that helps with all of that girl stuff. So, alright, let's see. I have a request. Can you do something that you might give a hyperactive little boy? He's fabulous and I love him, but he's so much to handle. I don't want to knock him out. Just help him focus. And our ADHD boys. Yes. So that's, yeah, the ADHD, vetiver is really, really good for ADHD. In Tune is also another good one. Lavender, definitely Suburban. Some people have an opposite reaction to lavender, so just kind of depends. Vetiver is definitely Claire. Vetiver is a good one. In Tune is a good one. Balance is a good one. Serenity is a good one. There's a lot of different blends that are very good for ADHD and also just hyperactivity in general. Robin, do you make homemade salves and tinctures for sale? Yes, I do. Doesn't vetiver smell woodsy and wonderful too? Yes, it does. Yeah, let's see. I'm starting, another thing that I'm doing is I'm playing around with some of these oils in some soaps. So this Spikenard might be another one that I use in some soap good for you know, anti-aging and acne and things like that. So please do videos on homemade cleaning products using oils. Okay. Okie doke. Write that one down. All right. There was something I was going to say. Oh, any of y'all that were watching our show last night, we were talking about because I want to make sure I remember this, the list of stuff that the USDA approves for cleaning meat, specifically chicken, after it's been processed. We found that link, and it's actually grown a lot since we were originally exposed to it back in 2012. So I don't know if he's done it yet, but Jason's going to put the link for that in the description of the video from last night. So if you didn't catch that, it was a great discussion. Check it out, and that link will be, if it's not in there now, as soon as I get off of here, I'll have him put it on there, so that you guys can check that out. It's pretty disturbing. One of the things that caught my eye is there's one where the protocol is if it doesn't work the first time, you can do it again. I don't know about y'all, but if it's not clean the first time, I certainly don't want it going back through again to try and clean it again. So, anyway, so that was just the one little thing I wanted to kind of throw that in there and make sure that anybody who didn't do that, let's see. Okay, I don't know if you have already done a video on this, but I would really appreciate a video on getting kids involved with chores and such on the homestead. We talk a lot about age-appropriate chores. Okay, what about allergies to the oils? On each oil, when I do a discussion on these, I usually talk about precautions and contraindications. So that's what I'll usually mention that with each one. Like with this one, there weren't any really known allergies to this particular oil. And then of course, everybody's different. There might be one person that's allergic to vetiver and, 5 million people that aren't allergic to it. So that's why they always tell you to do like a patch test to make sure you don't have a reaction, especially topically. Do you have a dosage and application chart for the oils? I don't have one specifically, but I can send you to, I believe it's Robert Tisserand's website. He has a pretty good chart, but I'll see if I can find it, and if I can, that's another thing. If you're on Facebook and you're not a member of the Essential Oils with Mama Bear Facebook page, definitely do that, because that's where I will post it. I'll put it on that Essential Oils page, and that's where I'll put that link. So hopefully that will... and I have posted in that website, on that, yeah, there's a chart. That chart, I think, though, was for children, I think. But it may have included adults. But I'll go back and look. As soon as we get off of here, I'll go back and see if I can find it. And then I'll post it in that oils class, or in that oils group. Let's see. More information. Full of faith in child's abilities to do anything he's strong enough to do mentally. He can. Yeah. Okay, so we want kids. Kid appropriate chores. Getting kids. One thing. We didn't do with Blaze, but we are learning quickly with our girls, is that some of the stuff with chores is about the way you present it. I feel like we didn't explain to Blaze very well when he was helping with all the chores and helping us get everything, because when we first started with all the animals, the girls were very small, so a lot of times my attention would be pulled one way, and he'd be helping feed animals, and then I'd have to milk the cow or whatever, and Jason would be moving, hay and doing different stuff, so we all had to work together. But I think part of the approach when you're dealing with children, especially with chores on a homestead, like feeding animals or taking care of animals or bedding or things like that, we talked to the girls when this whole thing happened with Blaze. They immediately jumped up and wanted to help, but then the newness wore off after like 2 or 3 days, and they were kind of I don't want and I told them, I said, guys, this isn't just a chore. You're investing in your dinner 2 years from now or 6 months from now. We have pigs out there that are breeding age, and they will have babies. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. And so you need to make sure that they're being fed properly now, so that when they get pregnant, those babies are healthy, so that when those babies are born, that those babies are healthy, and they can keep going, and they can get, grow big and fat, and we can have pork in, a year. And so the mentality is, okay, well, it's time to plant all these seeds. or and even before that, we have to till in all of the compost, or we have to layer the compost, or we have to mark out beds, we got to plant our garden, we're gonna have to weed. This isn't just a chore. I'm gonna kill him. You're gonna die tonight. Like, I don't even suggest you sleep in the same room with me tonight after the way that you've made me jump tonight.
That's fine.
But the thing that I go back to is that mentality of making sure that they understand that they're investing in their meals rather than, this is a chore. And Mark's right. When I was little, I was told if you don't work, you don't eat. And that kind of works that way.
Look at what Odessa made.
Oh, did she finally figure out how to do it? She sure did. So she wants to put a carabiner on one end, and then the little metal circle for a keychain, key ring on the other end. She's going to sell these. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's a keychain. Daddy needed one for the Jeep, for the male Jeep. So we'll finish this off with a carabiner, and then also with the little metal circle that you put your keys on. And I keep forgetting that's up here. So that's what she's making right now out of paracord. So I don't know how much they'll be. I'll have to talk to her. Probably
for Teresa, about $1,000.
A couple bucks somewhere in there. We got to figure out. The biggest thing is I got to figure out how much the carabiner and the little metal circles are. So yeah, and it's funny. I have a book full of like different lanyard patterns and things like that, and this she just made on her own. Like, she doesn't have a pattern for this. She just came up with it. So I thought that was pretty neat. Another thing we're going to be working on, I just got to get her the right materials, is she's going to start making belts. So that's kind of cool too. I used to make them. They take, we're working on that, Suburban. I got to find a pattern for a monkey fist. Because she asked about those tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look who finally decided to show up.
Oh, he's been in here for a while.
Oh, did you tell him that he can use this oil to make the hair grow on his head again?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Josh, you have to go back and re-listen to this oil. Jason said that you can use this for your hair, help your hair.
Now, let me tell y'all something. I love Josh. I love me some Josh. First thing this morning, I wake up to, I got tagged by Josh in a Facebook post.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
What was it?
Wait, did you scroll back when I'm supposed to read something?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I was reading it.
It was a Lowe's advertisement. And the Lowe's advertisement said they're making it very easy for serial killers. It's
right.
Like one person, you needed X amount of cubic inches of your freezer, and then for a small family, it was
8 to 10 people.
Yeah. Josh put
freezers
on there for when you're making your human DNA
hot dogs. Good place to
store them. So if you don't know about that joke, you need to go back and rewatch last night's live stream.
Funny. So Suburban was saying that she appreciated, the way we raised our kids, because we're keeping them out of that microwave society. That I'll tell you though, we had the best manicotti last night, and this morning we had leftovers, and because we were cooking the ham, we couldn't put the manicotti back in the roaster oven to heat it up, so I didn't get a chance to eat it hot. Jason, sorry, there was a mosquito there. For real, it was. It was about the size of a bird. Yeah, we do need an oven, because that was what it boiled down to. Is we didn't have we didn't have enough space to heat it up. So, but anyway, we
But as you can see,
the ham.
It's not having an oven hasn't hurt me too much.
The ham turned out really well. As much as I don't,
I'm bloated.
I really don't follow Ree Drummond, the Pioneer lady. I know all of y'all are probably like disappointed in me now for me saying that, but
yeah, you're gonna get the life-threatening text messages and emails.
But because I usually make my own, I usually make my own stuff. I don't usually follow a whole bunch of recipes. But anyway, I was trying to find a glaze for the ham, because our ham didn't come with one, obviously. Wood-fired oven build. Yeah, you know. So, but anyway, I looked up a recipe for a ham glaze, and hers came up, and it called for a can of Dr. Pepper, which we don't drink, so I didn't have it, but I had a little bit of Coke left over. And so I used 6 ounces. It was 12-ounce can, so I used 6 ounces of Coke and 6 ounces. It was supposed to be Crown Royal, but instead, Carol put in Captain Morgan. So, but it was still really, 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 really good.
Josh, you and the family just need to plan a trip. Y'all just need to come on down.
They really do. I'm excited. I was talking to him this afternoon, asking him if his whole family's coming to the conference, and he said yes, all 9 of them. So I was like, we're renting a house. So I was like, you guys just need to plan on coming over for dinners, and we'll just like fill up the house with like fun kids and fun eating and all of that. And
there goes the neighborhood.
It'll be awesome. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And it definitely, in my opinion, a lot of bonding happens over a meal. So, I just figured it would be pretty cool. So
we might just need to have a Big Bear Homestead party after the conference on Saturday night.
Maybe. That sounds like a good idea to me. Captain Morgan. Yeah, I'll tell you, that ham was phenomenal. Luscious. It was so good.
So good.
I've never scored a ham before. Like, you just put it in there and did all that.
Well, I give it about a 6.57 on my score.
Yeah? Why?
I mean, there's always room for improvement.
Oh, you're ugly. I always say 8 or 9, there's room for improvement. You, go down to the 6s? Really? No, but I think it would have been better with Crown Royal. But... yeah, rum and Coke goes good with anything, yeah. But this was supposed to be a whiskey or a, So anyway, it makes delicious homemade vanilla, too. I bet Captain with vanilla bean. I bet that would be some awesome vanilla extract. Better than vodka. I bet it would because of the sugar. That's the thing. Like, vodka doesn't have the sugar in it, so.
Oh, yeah. We're bringing a bottle of some mead, and he's bringing something else too. So.
Just wait, I got something that's gonna spoil you. Yeah. So, anyway, that's the deal. Been there at Rocks. I bet tequila for Kitty.
One lost dude in the house. How long's he been here?
A while.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been here a while.
So all of the self-watering containers are now made, and they're transplanting the aloe as we speak. They're going to leave them all on the dining room table until I can figure out where we're going to put them. I'm just going to have to build some windowsill boxes and put them out on the outside around the house.
I agree. I think that'll be... I think that would be... And we have all of those things from the containers from work. You got all of those slats and stuff. You could make smaller ones just to hold... No, never mind.
I got this. Do I tell you how to use your yarn?
Yes. Yes, you do.
So, I told Carol to grab your junk yarn. I don't know what she grabbed, but it was multicolored.
Okay, so y'all have a good night. No. Where did she get it from?
Out of the sewing room.
Okay, yeah.
It was a ball about that big. Wasn't a lot of it.
Was it like this consistency or was it thicker?
I think it was like that.
Okay. I don't know. We'll find out. Are you going to issue a weight loss challenge again this year?
Who asked that?
Good night, Suburban. Windswept.
Do you guys,
somebody asked what kind of diet you're doing.
Do you guys want to do another one? That's up to y'all. If y'all want to do another one, we'll do another one.
Yes, please.
I mean, it's the Facebook group is still up. I post in there every now and...
I never took the Facebook group down from last year.
I post in it every now and then.
Well, you could do it if you want. I would love it. I gained 35 pounds after my surgery. Whew. Some of us got to gain before we lose. Shush!
No, I'm talking to you, Baldy.
I know there are no winners, but won last year's. Oh, wow. I lost 45 on the last one, and I'm still holding.
Awesome,
Nice.
Windswept. Good job.
That's awesome.
You know what? Windswept, what's your t-shirt size? Do we have t-shirts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should have probably asked you that before I opened my mouth, huh?
I would have immediately told you shush.
Okay.
It won't seem to go away as easy as it came on. Look at that. I knew that. I noticed with Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty has lost a lot too. Large.
Alright, send us your address. You're going to get a t-shirt.
I'll lose a kidney on April 11th. Does that count? I'm just glad you haven't lost your sense of humor, Tim. That's awesome.
Way to go, Kitty.
Oh, Windswept, I found your 45. Gotta watch the first part because I'm not missing hair, buddy.
So,
yeah, everybody that's lost big has been on keto.
keto. Keto. We just can't afford to stay on keto that long.
Not right now. We gotta get back to where
We have a truck.
feed is killing us right now. That's the biggest thing. Cause like, I was figuring it the other day. I had to do the math real quick just to make sure that I'm right on this. We, at the feed and seed, at the feed and seed, we're paying like $12 or 12 cents a pound. But when we buy the feed at the store, we're paying like 18 cents a pound. And when you're feeding right now, until we can figure out how to turn the pigs loose on grass.
Well, we have to start I'm not going to put all of our business out there, but we've got to save the money back up, because the money, or at least till he pays us back,
Mm-hmm.
the money that we had for the premier fencing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
We are in Georgia. Cherokee Man 71.
She can't make herself eat avocado. Wow. I love avocado. Oh. Even just with salt and pepper.
What's up,
so
Sibley's?
good. Sybil.
Sybil, that's what I said.
Yeah, of course you did.
So,
Avocado is life. I love avocado.
I was going to say something before we got.
I think it's a texture thing.
See, I'm right there with Michelle. I mean, I can eat avocados, but I can't.
You like it when it's still firm. You don't like it when it's all mushy. Wow, a little jumpy there, baby.
Mm-hmm. So, well, guys, don't forget, in October, the Homesteaders of America Conference, the only true homesteading conference that there is out there. You'll have Joel Salatin, Eustace Conway, Doug and Stacy,
Amy,
Stacy Lynn Harris. That's the one I was trying to remember. M.I. Gardner. What's his name? Justin Rhodes. Me.
Me. Tim's like me.
Tommy Alderman.
Yeah,
Patty
Alderman will be there.
All of them will be doing speaking.
Josh is going to be there doing.
Josh is going to be there.
I'll be making noise.
Myself, Josh, a couple of other people are going to be doing classes on Thursday. So just go to the Homesteaders of America website, check it out. Also, be on the Homesteaders of America Facebook group. Follow the page. Amy and them are always putting out coupons or deals.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just did, what was it?
All of March, it was $15 off the tickets.
$15 off the tickets. If you haven't gotten your tickets, you missed that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're going to be doing anything for April, but I definitely would be on those pages if you want to come. You never know. And as we get closer, every YouTube creator that's there, I'm betting will more than likely be probably giving away some tickets. So there's going to be contests.
So everybody's asking about, like, will we be live streaming and filming there? Obviously, last year we did not. We were so, even though we were prepared, we weren't prepared. Like, there was so much setting up and things like that we had never done before.
Well, I'll be honest. I was not expecting the amount of people to come by our booth that came by our booth. I was not expecting to, quote unquote, be that popular.
Right. Well,
I thought people would have walked by and glanced.
Right. We were overrun with people from the time that they let people on till the time it was dark and people were leaving. We were nonstop. And our booth was maybe not even 100 yards from the food truck. And we didn't make it to the food truck until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And even then, I had to go place the order, come back, and then they were hollering for us. And we were talking to Joel at that point, and I was like, crap, I gotta go. And he's like talking to both of us, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta go get my food. And I felt so bad. So, yeah, like
Joel was like, that is one rude woman.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Shoot, I was nonstop heating and beating. Yeah, we could hear, and he was way on the other side, and we could hear him banging.
I mean, I did not meet Josh face to face until after we came home, and it was on Facebook. I had no idea what Josh looked like.
Oh, so you met him, but you didn't know it was him?
No, I never met him there.
Oh, you never physically met him. See, that's my point, is we were so...
And he was maybe 100 yards away from us?
Yeah, it was like, it was crazy. So that was the thing, is like, we didn't even have that in mind at all. And it was so funny because Doug and Stacy were there. And that's all Doug was doing. He was filming constantly. And I was like, how do you even have the time to do that? And
because he was a speaker at that time. He didn't have a booth. So
now, fortunately, this year, we're going to bring the girls with us. So we're going to be a little bit freer to be able to go to the bathroom. I didn't get to the bathroom till...
I don't think I ever had to use the bathroom at all. Because I didn't get really anything to drink. And it didn't hit me until we were cleaning up. And I was like...
You hadn't eaten
or
anything.
Something to
yeah,
drink?
And that was the thing. I was, and Tim knows this, but at one point I had to go, and without getting too into detail, I had to go to the bathroom. And the one thing I was telling Josh, we were talking earlier, one thing we learned from this conference is water bottles and snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I had the forethought to get,
Tim had
to go get the water for Jason. But I had the forethought to grab granola bars, but I didn't think about drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, and actually we had a couple of the tumblers, or one tumbler of a drink, but it was a black tumbler, and it was sitting on the corner of our table, and when the afternoon sun came in, it was just baking.
Well,
so I had
Tim Beverly was the savior of just about everybody at that conference last year.
Mm-hmm.
That conference went above and beyond what a lot of us thought was going, how many people and stuff were going to be there, and how busy everybody was.
Right.
And so I think everybody's going to be a lot more prepared.
Yeah.
This year.
Josh said he didn't even get to eat or a bathroom break until it was time for him to pack up.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely, that's part of the reason the girls are definitely coming this year, because they'll be able to help with, making sure that everything, if I got to send them to go get something to drink or man man the tent with Jason while I go to the bathroom, or man the tent with me while Jason goes, or whatever. And then the other thing too to keep in mind is last year's was only 1 day.
Yeah.
And this year is 2 days. And then for us, it's going to be a third day because of the class. So with all of that together, and then the other cool thing we're going to try and see if we can do is hit the Luray Caverns is pretty close by. And so I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to get the girls to the caverns, because I think that would
should
be
probably
really
go on
cool.
Thursday while I'm doing the class.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking while you're doing the class, maybe me
Well,
and the
you
girls
don't
will go.
interrupt me in
Yeah.
class.
Anyway, so all right, y'all. It's really close to.
Okay, we are at one. Let me double check.
He's freaking out about this.
I'm not freaking out. I'm promoting.
Oh.
There's a huge difference between freaking out.
Well, you
and
got all pissy with me when I did that for YouTube. When we had, when we were at like 6,999 or 98, I was asking people to sub, and then the next thing I knew, we dropped like 10 subs. And Jason was like, don't ever say anything like that, blah, 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 again. Now, I've been to Luray Caverns before, and that's why I want to take, the girls, especially Carol, because I want her to be able to take some pictures. Now, I don't think she'll be able to use a flash, if I remember correctly, but she'll be able to just use a regular camera. So I'm hoping we'll be able to do that. So, are they expecting tickets to sell out? I don't think so. Oh, really? I thought they chose this venue for the sheer fact that they won't really...
But here's the thing. I'm telling everybody, it's better to go ahead and get your ticket now than to wait and boom, tickets are sold out.
Well, and that's the thing. We've talked to Amy. They're promoting it locally, so that's one thing they didn't do last year. Last year, they didn't have enough tickets to be able to really promote it locally. This year, they're promoting it locally.
199 followers on Twitter.
We need somebody to go over to Twitter and become the 200th follower on Twitter. But so that's
okay.
That's the difference.
The first person that gets on Twitter that is not already following us,
how are you gonna know?
Follows and tweets something and does it at Big Bear Homestead gets a free sample of tonight's oil.
Are you crazy? I don't even have it yet. I gotta order it first.
When it comes in.
200. He said 200. Maybe you need a refresh, because Tim probably just did it.
Nope, that still says 199.
Say again.
199. See?
Hmm.
Ooh,
You can't see that.
Yeah.
Say again.
So I'll check back through it periodically. But
my eyes. All right, it's 10.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course what we're on right now to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We got 10 minutes till Ottoman Farms, so you guys go get you some tea.
Take a bathroom break.
Take a potty break. And then hop on over to Ottoman Farms. We're going to go watch The Dead.
Jason catches Tommy on Monday morning.
I'll catch Tommy on the replay.
We're not going to be able to go to the Turtle Island Preserve thing. I think
that?
Amy, Eustace Conway's thing is coming up. That's in the next month or two, I think. Where do I go to get free stuff?
You have to go to Twitter. Go to Twitter, find Big Bear Homestead on Twitter, start to follow us, and then tweet something like, we love Big Bear Homestead, and then do the at Big Bear Homestead so we get...
Oh, he's going with Tangy and...
So we get the notification.
That's cool. Yeah, so Tangy's going. I think Amy and her family, Amy Fuel, they're going.
He's in North Carolina.
Yes.
When is it?
Josh, when is it?
Maybe we can sneak up there.
I don't know. I can't remember what it.
21st.
Of this month of April. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Why not? I don't start the every weekend thing till the 28th.
But you work the 21st.
Oh, I do?
I think so. Let's see. Let's see.
Whoop whoop! Alright, who was the first one? Let's see.
Okay.
We got it.
Off. Work. Off. No, you do. You are off the 21st. So maybe.
That was old.
5 hours.
Looks like Corin.
Who?
Ooh, wait a minute. No, Paul. Cherokee Man 71. He's the one. So, Cherokee Man 71. And I'm just going to go ahead and do Corin.
I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do. I got 2 bottles of peppermint that came in. I'll give a sample of peppermint to everybody that you just had go in. Paul
And Corin. Karen's been doing it a while.
Where are you seeing Corin? Oh, Corin. Okay.
What is that? What's that right there?
Yeah, I got
what does that say right there?
Oh, keep your honey.
So we're going to do 2.
Yeah. So go ahead and do that, and we'll send that out. I just tweeted. Maybe Trump can teach me. That'd be awesome, but don't hurt to do it. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that we'll have to see how it is.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you for helping us get over the 200 mark on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell a friend. So, all right. It's time. Bathroom breaks, drink breaks for Walking Dead fans. Go ahead and get your popcorn popped, get everything good to go, and get ready to watch The Dead. If you're watching Tommy Alderman, tell him I'll catch the replay Monday morning. So, happy Easter, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and let me jump on this horse real quick, because this is one of my things that really bothers me. There's been a lot of posts and stuff today about you're supposed to be reflecting and kind of like just, what's the word, somber?
I guess, yeah.
About Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? No. The tomb was empty.
And it still is.
And it still is empty. So that means many, many moons ago, when they went to that tomb and it was empty, that was the very first day we were able to spit in the devil's face. And we should be rejoicing, singing, making loud noises, giving it a whoop whoop, all kinds of stuff. Not Happy Easter.
I saw a lady walking around in nothing but black today, and I was like, what? That was crazy.
So, the tomb is empty, folks. We're forgiven. It's a rejoiceful time. Not a time to be sad. It's a time to rejoice. So, and please, if you're the lady that was at Home Depot today, you're not supposed to smell cactuses. Every time that you went down to smell the cactus and you got poked and you went back like this, there's a reason for that. I don't want to say anything to you to embarrass you in Home Depot.
Put it on YouTube instead.
But hopefully you're watching. No more smelling cactuses, sweetheart. Alright, that's a wrap. We love you guys. Remember, be kind to one another. You never know what that person is going through. They could be smelling cactuses at Home Depot. I don't know.
Walking around with prickers in their nose.
And wondering why their nose is bleeding.
Anyway.
But you never know what that person's going through. Okay, so be kind to one another. Smile. I shared a thing on Facebook today that said, turn off the TV, go out and talk to your neighbor, and you'll realize we're not as bad off as they're trying to make us out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Love one another. Reuse, repurpose, recycle. Keep stuff out of the landfill and give our wildlife a chance. We love you guys, and we will see you next Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Be watching for our videos to come out, and be watching for us to pop on live. Well, he's in such a different time zone. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but we are going to get
Irish Family Homestead.
the Irish Family Homestead on here for an interview, and we're going to learn about them.
And also, if we shear this week, we may pop on
Live while we're
live
sharing.
on doing that.
Yep. So,
Yes, for anybody who's in my doTERRA business group, we're doing a business class tomorrow night. So
we love you guys. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. And remember, the tomb was empty. Woo! Love you guys.
good night.
Bye.